Learners find it challenging to work with the music stuff because they find it confusing naming the lines and the spaces. Today, we are here to break it down in 3 easier steps. We want to see the foundation of music notation. We are going to start with a staff, and then we name the notes on the staff representing the pitches. We are working with the treble staff, or as they say, the treble clef or the G-Clef. All those are the names for the treble clef. We have 2 types of clefs. We have the treble clef and we have the bass clef or the F clef. So today, we want just to look at the staff and how we can name the notes. Stay with us. So this is the staff. And the staff has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines and 4 spaces, like this. So what's a staff? A staff is a group of lines and spaces drawn horizontally on the piece of paper like this, a piece of score sheet like this. So we have drawn lines here, the horizontal parallel lines representing the staff. So a staff like this has 1 line, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
5 lines and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces. So a staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces. So a staff like this, without a clef to it,
Yes.
has no meaning. So we have to add a clef to this staff for it to be either a treble clef or a bass clef. So this is how we do it. We want to add a clef to our staff. You start with a J, like that. Then you join it like a P. Then you come all the way into the second line. And then you go up to the second line there. So a signature like this makes this staff to be a treble staff. We have used this signature to call this staff a treble staff. So this is a treble signature, and we also call it a G-Clef because it looks like G. When you come to think of it, it has a shape of G, right?
Yes.
So another name for it is a G-Clef. These are the names of this treble staff. Now, what we are going to do today, we want to name the lines and the spaces. The lines and the spaces, like that. Why do we want to name the lines and the spaces? These lines and spaces in music, they represent pitches. We have the low pitches being these ones, and the higher pitches being these ones. So for us to distinguish between this line and this line and this line, we have to give it names, right?
Yes.
So we have to give these lines different names and these spaces different names, so that when you are here, you can know this is space so and so. And when you are here, you can say this is line so and so. Before we go to formulas,
Yes.
look at this G here. This is a G-Clef.
Yeah.
And since it's a G-Clef, this G, this line here, this clef cuts the second line how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. So the second line is given G. It's called line.
G.
Line. line G. The second line from below, it's line G. The second line from the bottom is line G. Let that sink. So, someone is asking, why did we use G and not any other and not 1, 2, 3? So we don't use 1, 2, 3. We use the first 7 alphabets, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The first 7 alphabets is what we use to name these lines and spaces. And we have already assigned this as line G. After this, I'll give you the easiest formula. So look at G. G is here. Behind G, we have F, we have E, D, C, B,
A.
and so on and so forth. Beyond G, look at G. After G, we don't have any letter. So what does that mean? We start again. When you read G, you start again A, B, C, D. You don't go to H. Let's start. Behind G, we have F. So this space, we can call it F. Behind F, we have E. So this line next to it is line E. Remember, you name each line and each space. So this is G. Where can we go after G? A, not H. So this space will be A. This line will be B. This space
will be C. This line
will be D.
And this space will be E.
Space will be E.
And the line
will be F, like that. So this is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So they have a certain order. From G, you go to A, you go to B, you go to C, you go to D, E, F, like that. You don't mix, you don't just guess. You don't guess. You don't guess that E, you go to F. No. We follow the order of the first 7 alphabets. So our staff has reached E. This is the line E. This is another line G. This is another line B. This is another line D. This is another line F. So we can say that lines on the treble staff are E,
G,
G,
B,
B,
D,
D,
F.
F. Those are lines on the treble staff, which you can easily remember by just a formula. How do we call that formula?
E stands for every. G stands for good. B stands for boy. While D stands for deserves. And F stands for favor.
Favor or food.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can remember these lines here by this formula. Every good boy deserves favor, if you have to use a formula. And the spaces are F, A, this is a space, C is a space, E is a space. So the spaces are
F, A, C, E, E.
So the spaces can take a simple formula as face. So by doing so, you have just drawn a treble staff or a G-Clef, and you have assigned pitches or the notes to it using this easier formula or using this logic method, whereby you know the second line from below is line G. On the next one, we are going to do another stuff. They are related to another stuff here called a base stuff. See you on the next one.